Whatever Jesus' reason for posing this question to the disciples, is he simply inviting them to focus on him and better recognize who it is walking among them? Or is he sensing in Peter the dawning of a realization that could only come by divine revelation? The significant moment in this gospel occurs when Peter makes his response. The comments regarding the crowd's speculation are interesting for what they reveal about how Jesus has captured the popular imagination. His presence is so strong and enigmatic that people have been forced to wonder, who is this, really? What they see doesn't add up, so they speculate on the more they strongly sense in Jesus. The other apostles offer only the opinions of the crowd, each trying to trump the others with his report of the latest speculation. But none offers his own opinion. None, that is, until Peter speaks. Jesus immediately praises him for his insight. But the praise is not for human wisdom born within Peter, but for an open mind and an open heart that could receive divine wisdom only the Father could impart. Like Paul after him, Peter was privileged with a revelation that enabled him to recognize Jesus' true and full identity. Jesus lavishes praise and promises extravagant reward. His tone must assure not only Peter that these promises will be fulfilled, but also the other disciples who may be wondering if Jesus had chosen the worthiest candidate for the singular honor and unique role he confers on Peter. The closing narration that we hear today can be spoken in Jesus' voice. We can hear it as Jesus' voice, as if he were giving the order not to reveal to others what no mere human has revealed to them. The focus of today's gospel is Peter's confession of Jesus as the Christ, the Son of the living God. This ecclesi, I never get this word. Ecclesiological, you know what I mean. Section focuses on Peter as the rock of the church. Rock being a word that plays on Peter's name. In all four accounts of the gospel, the term ecclesia occurs only here and twice in Matthew. It is used by Matthew to show the relationship between the church and the kingdom of heaven through the authority given to Peter, represented by the keys, and through his responsibility to bind and to loose. The church will proclaim salvation, grow, and be structured during this interim period before the fullness of the kingdom comes. Later in Matthew's gospel, Jesus gives the authority to bind and loose to all the disciples. Yet Peter alone remains in that unique role of being the church's rock. Only he has the keys. Binding and loosing are rooted in the rabbinical tradition of controlling the devil during exorcism, making administrative decisions, and legally deciding who belongs to the community. The symbol of the keys is the clear link to today's first reading. A second, more subtle connection is Peter's confession. By it, Peter shows he is faithful to God and is, in fact, God's servant. This proclamation today helps remind all of you out there that Peter is the foundation of the church, and that his authority and that of the disciples will be succeeded in the Pope and the bishops. At its best, this proclamation will lead others to reaffirm for themselves that Jesus is the Christ, and to live daily as his followers, as members of our church.